from the floor out of 63. So 23 of 63, 37% for the Patriots in the basketball game. 9 of 14 from the charity stripe, 64% there. So the difference in the game at the stripe, 22 for the Chiefs go in, 9 for the Patriots go in, and that's a big difference in the basketball game. 5 of 30, or make that 17% from three-point range for the East Patriots, and Coach John Dyer and his Sullivan East Patriots, they had 20 turnovers, 7 in the second half after they had 13 in the first half.
So 72-60, the final of our second play-in game. So the Cherokee Chiefs join the Clinton Dragons as winners of the play-in games, and now we'll get ready for first-round action of the 1998 Arby's Classic. And the next 4 games, the winners will advance to the quarterfinals, while the others, the losers, will be advancing to the left side of the bracket. We don't necessarily like to call it the loser side of the bracket, but certainly to the left side of the bracket they will go. And the winners, of course, advancing, as we said, to the quarterfinals in these next 4 games. And the first-round game has the Greenville Green Devils taking on the Spartans out of Salem, Virginia. We'll have more for you as we continue right after another 2-minute timeout.
I'm going to get me a drink if I can find one.
Do it.
I'm going to dig.
Back here at the Arby's Classic, we get ready for our first-round game, which will pit the Spartans out of Salem, Virginia, coached by former Science Hill assistant Charlie Morgan, against the Greenville Green Devils, 2 teams that are having outstanding years up to this point. Salem comes into the contest at 4-1 on the year. Their only loss came at the round ball in the hall a couple of weeks ago when they were defeated by the Tennessee High Vikings. Since that day, Charlie Morgan's ball club has come back to win 3 straight. The Greenville Green Devils, 5-2 on the season for Herb Hawks, a team that may still be just finding its basketball feet, if you will, as a number of the basketball players were involved with the football team, which had an outstanding year, of course. And again, congratulations to Coach Sorrells, who wrapped up his career down in Greenville this past year with a 12-1 season. But Greenville and Salem in what should be a very interesting first-round game. Of course, we have others coming up. The second first-round game will be Dobbins-Bennett against Archbishop Carroll out of Washington, D.C. Saw Kerry Daniels and the Dobbins-Bennett coaching staff. They're in the house, and I'm going to check out this game because they're going to be playing one of these teams on Monday, or actually on Tuesday, I should say. And then later on, Science Hill will be taking on Broad Street out of Shelby, Mississippi, and then it'll be Daniel Boone taking on T.W. Josie out of Augusta, Georgia. So some great action coming up. You still got plenty of time to come on in to Viking Hall, where we've already had a good crowd in the neighborhood of 2,800 or so here to watch the action in the first 2 games. But now it's time to What everybody is looking forward to when it comes to the Arby's Classic, that is to check out how our local teams match up against these teams that are coming in from out of the area. And this is our first matchup of that kind, as the Salem Spartans at 4-1 will take on the Greenville Green Devils at 5-2. We'll check the starting lineups for you in a few moments. First of all, the Greenville Green Devils, of course, coached by Herb Hawks, and we certainly want to reiterate, Coach Hawks has over 600 wins as well. 606 wins, as a matter of fact, to be exact, as we get ready for the introduction of the starting lineups for today's game. And first of all, let's take a look at the Spartans out of Salem, Virginia. 4-1 on the year. At one guard will be a 6-foot senior, Trey Shiflett. At the other guard will be 5'11", a senior, Troy Johnson. The forwards at 5'10", a senior, Reggie Brown. The other forward, Adam Rutledge, at 6'3", a senior. And the big man, Travis Hale, 6'1", a junior. Charlie Morgan, 115 wins and 40 losses in his career. And, of course, I believe in his fourth year as the head coach of the Salem Spartans. Once again, it'll be Shiflett, Johnson, Rutledge, Brown, and Hale for the Spartans. For the Greenville Green Devils, 5-2 on the year. At the point will be the 5'6" sophomore, Bron Dabbs. The wing players will be at 6'3", a senior, Jonathan McCann. And the other wing at 6'4", a senior, is Scott Story. The posts at 6'2", a senior, is Jason Champion. And the other post at 6'2", a junior, Alex Bryce. Herb Hawks, the head coach of the Green Devils, 606 career wins and 382 defeats in his career as the head coach of the Greenville Green Devils. As they continue, or now finally introduce the Greenville Green Devils, they'll be moving toward us in this, they'll be moving toward us in this first half, wearing the home white with green numerals and trim. Salem, Virginia, the Spartans wearing the road maroon with gray numerals and trim. They'll be moving away from us as we get this one started.
And two of the three officials, Joel Pierce, David Campbell, and the Phantom. Don't know the third one. Do you know the third one?
No, but he is sporting that hairdo I was talking about. It's probably somebody we know. We just don't recognize him with the shaved head.
Somebody come please tell us. We'll mention his name.
So here we go. This one is the first round game to see who will advance to the quarterfinals of the 1998 Arby's Classic. It will be Story jumping center against Hale. David Campbell to toss it up, and this one's underway. It'll be controlled by Salem. Down the left side in their front court, Brown works it over to Johnson. Johnson will have to chase it down as he loses the handle on it. Now gets it out front to Shiflett against the Greenville man-to-man. Shiflett hands the ball over to Brown. Brown will go left wing with the basketball. There is Hale. Check that. That is Rutledge, who gets it out front, circling around to the right is Johnson. Out front, Shiflett. This is driving baseline Rutledge. Rutledge lays it up from the left baseline. No good. Coming down with the rebound will be Bryce for the Green Devils. Long lead pass into the front court. Story. Story pulls up, pops off the glass. No good. Rebound, Reggie Brown. Brown skying high for the board. Gets it out to Shiflett. Shiflett, long lead pass left side Rutledge. He'll put it up from the left baseline. No good. Pulled down by Hale. He has the ball knocked away. They scrap for it underneath, and we have our first jump ball called. Possession arrow should belong to Greenville, and it will be.
Action fast and furious. First minute of this one, but no scoring so far.
Trigger the inbounds pass will be McCann. Gets it into Dabbs. Dabbs, all at 5'6", gets the ball back to McCann, back to Dabbs. Dabbs pushes it quickly into the front court down the left side. The little water bug then tries to dish it over the left side, intercepted and stolen by Rutledge. Then the pass is intercepted and stolen by McCann. So a couple of quick turnovers, and now here's another steal by Brown, who saves the ball from going out of bounds to Rutledge. Rutledge will bring the ball into the front court. Rutledge right side of the key, goes left side. They'll swing it all the way on the wing to Johnson. Johnson thought about the three, gets it out front, Shiflett. He'll drive down the left side, bounces it back in the corner. This is for three by Johnson, left it short. Rebound pulled out by Bryce. Gets the ball to Dabbs. He's quickly into the front court. Dabbs then has the ball knocked away from behind by Shiflett out of bounds. It'll remain Greenville basketball.
Great defensive pressure on both ends. Knocking this one loose coming from behind the Salem Spartans.
Trigger it in will be McCann. Yet to get it in. Now does so. Bounces it right side to Story. Lobs it in the middle down low to Bryce. Back to Story. He'll shuffle to the baseline. Kicks it back in the middle to Bryce. Bryce underneath. Forces it up. No good. Followed back up by McCann. Good. Make that not McCann but Champion.
Big offensive rebound for the Greenville Green Devils as he takes it to the bank.
Champion with the bucket. It's 2-0 Greenville. In the middle with the basketball. This is Hale driving underneath. Laying it up. No good. They scrap for the rebound. Lost out of bounds. Last touch they say by Greenville. It'll be Salem basketball underneath their own basket.
Salem 0 for 4 from the floor, 3 of them in the paint.
So it'll be long two. Salem underneath their own basket. Shiflett gets it in left corner to Hale. He'll work the ball now to Rutledge. Back to Shiflett for 3 from the left wing. Shot no good. Rebound scrap for, knocked out. Saved by Dabbs. Dabbs with the basketball. Dabbs into the front court. Goes left side on the wing to Story. Story with the basketball stands on the wing. Now will drive, and as he does so is called for a travel.
Third turnover for the Greenville Green Devils. This one was not forced, as indeed he did shuffle those feet.
So it'll belong to Salem, side rear court. Inbounds pass comes into Shiflett, and Shiflett will bring it into the front court. We've played just over 2 minutes, and it is 2-0 Greenville. This is Shiflett right, left, popping. 13-footer, no good, whistle, foul.
Great penetration, Shiflett into the lane. Doesn't get the little leaner to go, but he gets hammered across the arm, and he's going to be shooting 2.
It's going to be on McCann. It's going to be his first, team's first, and at the stripe to shoot 2 will be Shiflett. 5:51 to go, first period, still 2-0 Greenville. Toss in the air, toss is no good. He will get another. As into the lineup comes Dennis Haley, 6'3", a junior. As the second toss by Shiflett is good. He hits 1 of 2. And that makes it a 2-1 game. Into the lineup comes Andre Villa, a 5'10" senior in it for Salem to replace Shiflett. And it's the same thing. Charlie Morgan, as we said, an assistant with Science Hill for a number of years. He's got much the same philosophy as Coach Pitts at Science Hill. He's going to use a lot of bodies. Here's Dabbs, left side McCann. McCann back to Dabbs. Dabbs will get it out front to Story at the head of the key for 3. Shot by Story, a line drive. It rattles, no good. Coming down with the rebound is Brown. Brown for Salem, outlet pass Rutledge. Rutledge down the right side into the front court. Rutledge right to left, drives, lays it up the left hand, good.
It just opened up for him. He puts it on the floor, take it all the way down the lane as he roars, soars, and scores.
Salem with their first lead now at 3-2. Here's a near travel by Dabbs, gets the ball to Bryce. Bryce triple team, scramble for the loose basketball. Nobody has it as of yet. Going to the floor after it is Johnson. He is tied up by Dabbs. Possession arrow this time will belong to Salem.
Turnover number 4 for the Green Devils. 2 for the Salem Spartans so far.
2:46 gone by. It is a 3-2 Salem lead. Into the front court, Villa. Villa dribbling around to the right. Takes it on the wing where he's fronted by McCann. This is Villa as he looks for somebody to break free. Now we'll back out with the basketball all the way to the center jump circle. 5 minutes to go period. Now he dribbles around to the right. Looks in low to a posting up player. Instead they'll swing it all the way left side. Rutledge for a 17-footer. Good.
Great patience. Good ball movement all the way around the horn. He was wide open.
5-2, and now here's a near steal knocked away and out of bounds by Villa. It'll remain Greenville basketball, side rear court. 4:48 to go. Inbounds pass comes in to Story. Story will have it between the rings. Well, there's Coach Decker for Cherokee, so it's obvious he was in the building. Right side, Bryce.
Well, maybe he just came in after the game.
Maybe so. And here's Bryce getting fouled as he tries to split the defenders. And this one's going to go against Travis Hale. His first, team's first. Into the lineup for Salem comes Andrew Rutledge, and also checking in Keith Rockford. Rockford is 6'1" sophomore. Rutledge is 6 foot sophomore. So a number of bodies being used by Charlie Morgan. He's already used 9, and we still have 4.5 minutes to go first period. Here's the lob into Bryce. Bryce goes baseline, has it stripped away and stolen by Rutledge. Andrew Rutledge, outlet pass to Adam Rutledge, who then tries to work it in the middle, knocked away, saved by Adam Rutledge, who kicks it back now left side driving. They'll work it back out. Andrew Rutledge goes right to left and pops. It is blocked. I believe it was McCann who rejected it. Coming down with the rebound is Bryce. Outlet pass now, it comes to Dabbs. Dabbs right side then has the ball kicked away and out of bounds. It'll remain Green Devils basketball.
Fast and furious action again. Just not a whole lot of scoring.
5-2 Salem with 4:15 to go first period. McCann to trigger it in. Yet to get it in, and now we'll lob it into Bryce, who then has it knocked away and out of bounds from behind by Villa.
Nobody came to help. Everybody standing looking. Coach Herb Hawks, Frank Scheib off the bench says, guys, somebody go help him out.
Out of the lineup champion, into the lineup for Greenville, the 6'4" senior, Jeremy Anderson. Here's the lob into Anderson. Anderson will put it up. He's fouled. It's not supposed to be that easy, and Anderson came down with it, put it up, and got hammered. He'll go to the line to shoot 2, and the foul's going to be assessed against Adam Rutledge.
Rutledge way up in the air to swat it out of there, but also got part of the Green Devil that's at the stripe.
So it will be Jeremy Anderson at the stripe to shoot 2. Toss in the air by Anderson is no good. He'll get another. 5-2 Salem. We're about halfway through this first period of play. The winner of this one will play the winner of our next one, Dobbins Bennett and Archbishop Carroll out of Washington, D.C. with the two losers squaring off. The second one by Anderson is no good, and there's Andrew Rutledge with the rebound. Long lead pass left side to Adam Rutledge. Here's a skip pass right side via. He's alone for a 15-footer. Shot it short, tipped back up, no good. Bryce trying to just knock it away, knocks it out of bounds. Bryce, if he just comes up and clamps on the basketball, probably has a rebound, but he just takes a swipe at it and knocks it out of bounds. As into the lineup comes Berkeley Bell, the 5'10 junior for Greenville, to replace McCann. Inbounds pass comes into Rutledge, right side of the key. He'll get it back in the corner. This is for three by Adam Rutledge. That's no good. Rebound pulled down in low by Haley. He'll put it up from the left side, no good. And there's Bryce with the rebound. He'll bounce it over right side to Dabbs, quickly into the front court. This is Dabbs driving, throws it in the middle, knocked away, saved underneath by Story, then saved from going out of bounds by the hustling Rutledge, who then has it go down the sideline, and Rockford saves it from going out of bounds, but throws it right back into the Green Devils. Play a bit ragged. Bell, right side to Story on the wing, into the corner to Dabbs. Dabbs at the basketball. Dabbs in the middle, driving. Story lays it up, no good, but he was fouled as he went.
Story put it on the floor, great penetration, take it all the way to the bank. Doesn't get to roll, but he'll shoot two.
And let's see who the foul will be assessed against. It's going to be Adam Rutledge. That'll be his second, team foul number 3.
Salem so far 2 out of 8, 11 from the floor.
And at the stripe to shoot 2 will be Scott Story. Toss up, toss good by Story. Into the lineup comes Chris Connor, the 6'2 junior. Also coming in, Manuel Lewis, 6'2, a sophomore. And Reggie Brown is back in for Salem.
Greenville 1 of 4 so far from the floor.
So he'll get another, he being Scott Story, and Charlie Morgan using 11 players so far in his first period. A shot is no good. Lewis comes down with the rebound, gets the ball over to Connor. Connor down the right side into the front court. Back to Lewis. He'll look left. There's Rutledge on the wing. Comes back across down low underneath the basket to Lewis and overthrows him out of bounds.
Hey, Anderson and Brown really getting after it underneath the basket.
Here comes Johnson back into the lineup for Salem to replace Rutledge. It'll be Greenville basketball rear court with 3:14 to go first period. Inbounds pass bounced into Bell. Bell will work it up the floor. This is Bell picked up by Johnson in rear court, dribbling around to the left, now twirling around to the right, driving into the paint, has the ball knocked away, saved though by Bell, who goes right side to Dabbs, throws it down low, intercepted and stolen. Brown out of there with the basketball. Brown quickly into the front court. Brown drives the paint. Brown to the hole, lays it up, no good, partially blocked. Coming out with it is Story. Story will bring it the other way. Long lead pass to Anderson. Anderson to the hole, lays it up and in.
Oh, he made a great move as he avoided the charge as he takes it all the way to the bank for the Green Devils.
We're tied at 5. Meanwhile, on the other end, here's Johnson. He's going to be bumped. He's going to be fouled along the baseline. Not a whole lot of scoring to talk about as Berkeley Bell picks up his first, team second. As into the lineup once again comes Haley for Salem. Here comes Champion back in for Greenville. 2:42 to go first period. We are tied at 5.
Not a whole lot of scoring, but a whole lot of action.
Inbounds pass to be triggered in by Villa. Gets it in right side. This is a baseline popper, 15-footer, good by Haley.
Great set on the inbounds play for Charlie Morgan and company.
In backcourt, this is Dabbs. Dabbs works the ball over to Champion, back to Dabbs. Dabbs to Champion into the front court. Champion right side of the key with 2.5 minutes to go in the period. This is Champion driving right, goes all the way into the corner, circles around the baseline, tries to lay it up from underneath, no good, blocked away and out of bounds by Haley.
I tell you, Haley would have been well advised just let that one go. He was underneath the basket, throwing it up underneath it. He would never went in, but he gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds.
Shiflett will check in to replace Villa in the Salem lineup. It'll be Greenville basketball underneath their own basket. Bell to trigger it in. Does so left baseline to Anderson. Anderson with the basketball, backs out of there with it. Picks up his dribble, needs to get rid of the basketball, now bounces it out to Story. Story twirls left. Story pulls up, goes left side. Anderson not even looking to shoot. He'll work it out front to Bell. Bell swings it around right side to Dabbs. Here's a lob down to Story. Story twirls baseline. Good quickness. Now kicks it back out instead. Champion. Champion head of the key. Pulls up and pops a 15-footer. Good.
Great patience again by the Green Devils. Finally get a good look at it from the foul line.
Story with that quickness along the baseline was able to draw the defenders to him, and there was Champion to nail it. Out front with the basketball, this is Lewis. He'll go left side to Johnson on the wing. Johnson lobs it down low, saved down underneath, and put up by Lewis. No good. Lewis will follow his missed shot, put it up, no good. And as they scrap for the rebound, it's Bell who comes out of there with it for Greenville. Bell in backcourt, gets the ball to Dabbs with a minute and a half to go in the period. Dabbs behind the back, Dabbs in the paint, dishes it over left wing. This is Story for three. It's no good. Rebound pulled out underneath by Villa. Check that Johnson. Johnson, long lead pass, left side Shiflett. He'll drive baseline. He'll throw it back in the middle. The shot is in the air. 12-footer up by Haley, no good. Coming down with the rebound, Anderson for Greenville. It's not pretty, but as Paul would say, they're trying hard.
Yeah, they just cannot get it to go. They've had some good looks at the basket. Just cannot get them to go down.
I'll tell you what, both teams look kind of tired. Here's Bell pulling up for a 15-footer, no good, but he's going to be fouled.
Bell with a spin move as he spins into the lane. Take it down through there and gets shoved from behind. I believe Shiflett with a foul.
And you're right, it is Shiflett's first, team foul number 4. And it'll send Berkeley Bell to the line to shoot 2. 1:03 to go, first period. 7-7 tie. The winner goes to the quarterfinals of the 1998 Arby's Classic and takes that first step toward a possible championship. Toss is in the air by Bell. It's good. Year in and year out, only one team comes out of this tournament 4-0, and that's the champion. Hale checks back in. Brown checks back in for Salem, and coming back in for the Green Devils is Bryce. You start off with 18 teams, actually 19, when you consider the consolation team, and only one gets to go 4-0. The second one is no good. Chasing down the rebound for Salem will be Connor. Less than a minute to go in the period, 8-7 Greenville. This is Connor dribbling left, now bouncing it head of the key to Brown. He'll circle around right wing to Shiflett. Shiflett looking in low. Now instead will bounce it head of the key. This is Johnson. His shot, no good. I think it was for 2. Here's a rebound pulled down, then blocked from behind, followed back up by Hale, no good. And as they scrap for the loose basketball, the smallest man on the floor, Dabbs, comes up with it. Quickly into the front court. This is Dabbs. Has the ball stripped away and stolen by Johnson. Johnson down the right side. Johnson dishes it to the trailing Shiflett, who lays it up. No good. Rebound tapped around. Scrap force saved underneath the Hale. He'll put it back up. No good, but he was fouled.
Now they've had it on the rim time after time after time. Just cannot get it to go down. Just a great job on the other end with some quick hands by Johnson to take it down the lane on the right side, pass it to Shiflett, who misses the layup, but somebody gets a big rebound, and it's Travis Hale at the strike.
Hale to shoot 2. The foul goes against Jason Champion. That's his first, team's third. And it'll send Hale to the line to shoot a pair. Toss in the air by Hale is no good. He will get another. Into the lineup for Greenville comes Justin Woolsey, the 6-foot senior, also checking in. Jonathan McCann once again, and here comes Andrew Rutledge into the lineup for Salem. Minnesota beats the Oilers today, 28-16. Toss is up. Toss is no good. Bryce comes down with the rebound. Lobs it over right side to Bell, and Bell will work the ball into the front court. Hale missed both free throws. This is Berkeley Bell into the front court. Goes left side to McCann. Baseline now to Champion for a 15-footer. No good. Coming down, Hale with the rebound for Salem. Outlet pass Shiflett. Shiflett down the left side. Shiflett dishes it down low underneath to Brown, who will lose it out of bounds.
Oh, he hit himself a layup. All he has to do is catch it. Shiflett with a nifty little pass across the lane. But they fumble it out of bounds for turnover number 4 for the Spartans.
Gives Greenville the basketball with 4.5 seconds to go. This is Bell in backcourt. Bell trying to get it to half court. Bell works it over to McCann, where it's knocked away and out of bounds, and that's the end of the first period of play. 60-second break, but telling you the score after 1 is Greenville 8, Salem 7.
%16 for the Spartans in that first period.
Back here at the Arby's Classic, the first quarter of Game 1 of the first round of the Arby's Classic in the record books. Greenville on top 8-7. 4 points by Jason Champion led the way for the Devils. Adam Rutledge with 4 led the way for the Spartans.
3 of 9, 33% for the Greenville Green Devils from the field. 2 of 6, 33% there 0 for 2 from three-point range. Green Devils 7 first quarter turnovers. Spartans from Salem 3 of 19, 16% in that first quarter. 1 out of 4, 25% from the foul line. 0 for 4 from three-point range. They had 4 first quarter turnovers.
Greenville has the basketball to start the second period. Right side, this will be Story. He'll put it on the floor, pull up and pop. A 15-footer that bounds over the backboard and out of bounds. It'll go back to Salem.
And we're going to credit both defenses for playing some exciting, outstanding, in-your-face defense.
Bringing the ball up the floor will be Shiflett. It's the trailer. That is Hale. Hale will go right side to Johnson. Johnson on the wing, shuffles right to left, gets it back to Hale, right side of the key. Hale picks up his dribble. Skip pass intended for Shiflett, intercepted and stolen by Dabbs. Dabbs to the hole, he'll lay it up.
Oh, Dabbs as he steals, wheels and deals for the Greenville Green Devils.
I think Dabbs hung in the air for about a fortnight as he finally got it to go down. Right side with the basketball. This is Rutledge looking into a posting up Brown, if you want to call it that, because he's got a guy about 6 inches taller than him behind him. Left side with the basketball, Johnson hands the ball now to Shiflett. He'll back all the way to the center jump circle.
Everybody's going to be 6 inches taller than Dabbs.
Right side with it, Rutledge. Rutledge will go right to left and pop a three. Shot by Rutledge, no good. Coming down with the rebound is Champion. Champion hands the ball back to Dabbs. Dabbs will bring it into the front court at all 5'6". Here's Dabbs shuffling left, bouncing at left corner to Story. Story back to Dabbs. Dabbs running the point, lobbing it down low to Story. Knocked away from behind, saved by Dabbs in the corner. Dabbs dogged there by Johnson, throws it away. Intercepted and stolen by Rutledge. Rutledge with the basketball. Rutledge will bring it up the floor, down the left side into the front court. This is Rutledge stopping at the wing, getting it down low on the block. Hale fakes, goes up from underneath. Good!
Oh, he made a great move. With a great fake, gets the defender off the floor as he's coming down. He's taking it home for the Salem Spartans.
10-9 Greenville, left side on the wing. This is Woolsey, gets it out front between the rings. Champion, he'll bounce it around right side, down low to Dabbs. Back it comes to Story on the wing. Story in the corner to Dabbs, lobs it back into Story, knocked away from behind by Rutledge, and they'll call the foul on Rutledge.
Rutledge with the steal, but evidently he gets part of Story along that baseline.
Andrew Rutledge picks up his first, team foul number 5. Here comes Adam Rutledge and Villa back into the lineup for Salem. Anderson and McCann check back in for Greenville. Probably will see Woolsey run the point now for this Greenville team as Dabbs sits down. Inbounds pass right corner, right wing, I should say, to Story for 3, no good. Rebound scrap 4, knocked away, saved from going out of bounds by Woolsey, who throws it back into Anderson in the middle to Story, back to the cutting Bryce, who gets fouled as he goes up from in front.
Woolsey makes a play with a great save. Green Devils get it underneath the basket. Do not get the ball to go in the basket, but we're at the stripe again, shooting 2.
This one is on Adam Rutledge, and that'll be his third. And are you going to say he was not in the act of shooting?
I think so.
That indeed is what they're going to say. And now that Herb Hawks is going to say something here.
I heard him say, that's not shooting the ball.
Into the lineup for Salem will be Andrew Rutledge to replace Adam Rutledge. And they're going to say it will be a 2-shot foul. And it will be Bryce who will step to the line to shoot 2. So Bryce to shoot a pair. Toss in the air by Bryce is good. And you knew that Charlie Morgan wasn't going to say anything to correct him.
No.
That's right, Mr. Official. You know what you're talking about.
You got that one right, buddy.
Here's a toss in the air by Bryce, and this one's no good. Coming down with the rebound will be Brown. 11-9 Greenville. This will be Villa who will bring it into the front court down the right side. Villa hits the trailing Brown head of the key. He'll go left side to Rutledge. Rutledge on the wing. Less than 6 minutes to go first half. Gets it out front now. Johnson in the middle, twirling. This is Hale faking, going up, swatted away and out of bounds. It'll remain Salem basketball.
Big play, Anderson down underneath the basket, way off the floor to get a big hand on that one.
So it'll belong to Salem, the Spartans underneath their own basket with 5:44 to go in this first half. Dobbins Bennett plays next, then Science Hill, then Daniel Boone. Here's Rutledge, right side of the key. Looks right. Now will dribble left, takes it all the way to the left wing and gets it out front to Brown. Brown twirls, Brown stops, goes right side to Villa. Villa will back out with the basketball. Andre Villa all the way to the center jump circle. Dribbles to the left, now twirls out to the wing, still with the basketball. Comes out front, off the pick, Rutledge from the head of the key for 2. Shot won't go, rebound skying for it is Bryce. Bryce for Greenville hands the ball back to Woolsey, and Woolsey will bring it up the floor with 5:15 to go first half. This is Woolsey in the front court, going right wing to Bryce, gets it in the corner. Story intercepted and stolen Rutledge. Rutledge down the left side into the front court. Rutledge has the ball knocked away, saved by Rutledge, gets it in the middle to Villa. Villa in the paint is going to be called for a travel.
shoveled those feet as he went to make a great move as he was going to take it all the way down the lane to the bank. But before he ever does so, the travel is called and turnover number 6 for the Spartans.
Yeah, it looks like we have a group of about 20 who made the trip down from Salem to follow their team. In backcourt with the basketball will be Story. Story brings it into the front court. Story down the left side. Story to the hole, gets tripped up as he goes, and we got a foul called, and this could be on Andrew Rutledge, would be his second.
I believe it's on Brown as he sticks a big leg out there, and I tell you, it's a big leg indeed. Reggie Brown, 5'10", he'll go about 250. Big boy out there.
And indeed, the foul is on Brown. That'll be his first, team 7th, and at the stripe to shoot 2 will be Scott Story. Story's toss good. He'll get another. As into the lineup comes Manuel Lewis. Also Dennis Haley in for Salem, and Bron Dabbs checks back in for the Green Devils. So Story trying to get his 3rd point and trying to push his team's lead to 4. Toss up, toss good. He does have 3, and the lead is 4 at 13-9. Less than 5 minutes to go first half. Quickly Villa hits the trailer. That is Haley. Haley at the head of the key. Looks right and gets the ball to Rutledge. Rutledge puts it on the floor. Here's a feed down low on the block to Lewis, who loses the handle on it. Stripped away and stolen by Bryce. He'll get the ball to Dabbs. Down the left side, this is Story. Story stops, forces it up, has it blocked from behind by Rutledge.
Rutledge with a great play, great hustle coming from behind to get a hand on it.
So it'll belong to Greenville underneath their own basket. McCann to trigger it in. Here's the lob into Story. Story drives into paint, puts up the runner from in front. It won't go. Rebound pulled out Lewis. Lewis for Salem works the ball over to Villa. Villa down the left side into the front court. This is Rutledge. Rutledge pulls up, hits the trailing Villa. He'll take it left to right, get a little shove from behind, gets it out front now to Lewis, who goes right side to Johnson.
They're letting them play.
Here's Lewis on the block. Lewis will put it up from underneath. Too hard, no good. Rebound McCann for a moment, but Rutledge comes out of there with it and then is going to be fouled by McCann as he goes up.
I'll tell you what, the Fisher's going to have to take control of this one. It's just about ready to get out ahead. And a big player, though, by Rutledge as he just picks a pocket down underneath. Gets shoved from behind.
Foul will be on McCann, his 2nd, team foul number 4, and at the line will be Andrew Rutledge to shoot a couple. 13-9 in favor of Greenville with 4:10 to go first half. Shot up and good by Rutledge. Here into the lineup for Greenville comes Berkeley Bell once again, as does Justin Woolsey also check in for the Green Devils.
That stops a long scoring drought for Salem. Been a while.
They will get another. That being Andrew Rutledge to try to convert his 2nd free throw. Tosses up, no good. Rebound pulled out Bryce. Bryce has done a yeoman's job off the glass for Greenville in his first half. He'll get the ball to Bell. Bell working it up toward the front court, does so down the right side. This is Bell, still dribbling, twirling to the right and bouncing it on the wing now to Jeremy Anderson. Anderson gets it out front to Dabbs, head of the key. Dabbs thinks about it, now comes left side to Bryce. Bryce with the basketball. Dogged there by Lewis, drives, puts it up, no good. They scrap for the rebound. There is Woolsey putting it back up for Greenville, good.
Woolsey, get a big offensive rebound. Take it to the bank for the Green Devils.
Woolsey Justin on the spot there as he was able to come up with it. Head of the key, this is Lewis. He'll swing it left side to Johnson, down low on the block, overthrown out of bounds. He was trying to get it down there to Haley. The bad pass will give the ball back to Greenville with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half of play.
And turnover number 8 for the Spartans.
Into the lineup for the Salem Spartans comes Chris Connor. Both teams really struggling from the field. In backcourt, this will be Woolsey into the front court. Woolsey slows it up, looks right, looks left, and now works the ball to Dabbs. Dabbs left to right at the head of the key, picks up his dribble, gets it back to Woolsey, who swings it right side to Bell. Bell with the basketball. Needs to get rid of it, yet to do so, and now bounces it out front to Dabbs. 3:10 to go in his first half. Right side with the basketball, this is Anderson, down low to Bell. He'll go up, blocked. Coming out there with the basketball will be Lewis. Lewis gets the ball over to Villa. Villa down the left side into the front court. Villa pulls up on the wing, hits the trailer, that's Connor. He'll go left to right, and he'll throw it down low, saved underneath by Haley, who puts it up, no good. Coming out there with it is Anderson. Anderson with the basketball, quickly into the front door, Dabbs. Dabbs will scoop it up, no good, but he was fouled. Offensive charge, no, they're going to call the charge on Dabbs.
A little bit out of control, made a nifty little move to get it on the glass. Doesn't get the roll, all he gets is an offensive foul, and turnover number 10 for the Devils.
Dabbs first, team foul number 5. Here comes Hale back into the lineup for Salem, so it's Hale, Villa, Lewis, Rutledge, and Connor, the 5 out there for the Spartans. Anderson, Dabbs, Bell, Woolsey, and Bryce, the 5 out there for Greenville. Into the front court, they'll go right side on the wing with the basketball. This is Adam Rutledge, who gets it down low. Twirling, putting it up is Hale. It's no good. Rebound knocked out, saved underneath by Lewis. Lewis will force it up and in.
Oh, with his back to the basket, he spins in there and take it off the glass for the big one for the Spartans.
Tell you, Hale makes some nice moves down there low, but it hadn't been able to get the basketball to drop. Into the front court, Dabbs lobs it in the left-hand corner to Bryce. Bryce looks for the trailer. There he is, Anderson, head of the key. Anderson stands there with the basketball, guarded by Rutledge. Looks right. Now dribbles to the right, penetrates, has the ball knocked away, scrap force saved by Woolsey on the baseline. Woolsey then has it knocked away. He'll save it along the sideline, try to split the defenders, has the ball knocked away again. It's going to the floor to save it is Villa, and as Villa comes up with the basketball, I believe he's out of bounds.
He was sitting out of bounds. Woolsey was out of bounds, but evidently they just didn't see his big number 12 out across that line over there.
I think all of them were sitting out of bounds at one time or another. It will belong to Greenville along the sideline. Inbounds pass comes into Woolsey. Woolsey swings it left side to Champion, who dishes it down low to Story. Story underneath the basket, puts it up. Good, and he was fouled.
Big power move as he gets it down low underneath the basket. Gets the roll and the foul.
Here the foul is going to be assessed against. It's going to be against Connor. That'll be his first, team's 8th. And at the line will be Story, the senior, whose toss is up, and it's no good. Coming out there with the rebound will be Champion, who then tries to dish it down low and has the ball knocked away. Coming out there with it will be Hale, outlet pass Villa. Villa down the right side. Villa splits the defenders, lobs it over left side. Connor, left wing for 3. Left is short. Rebound scrap 4, pulled down underneath Hale. Hale will force it back up. Can't get it to go yet again. There's a tip up, no good. There's Lewis. He'll put it up again. Good.
Lewis get a big offensive rebound as the Spartans from Salem crash a glass and get a big basket as a result.
17-14, Greenville. Down the right side, Woolsey. In the corner it comes to Anderson. Anderson gets it out front now to McCann. McCann right side of the key. Works the cross court to Story. Story thinks about it. Now dribbles left to right. Loses the handle on it. It's going to be saved from going out of bounds by McCann. McCann pulls up for a 16-footer. No good. Rebound Lewis. Lewis for Salem has the ball knocked away. Stolen McCann. McCann will drive. McCann will lay it up. McCann will count and he will go to the line.
McCann with a big pick as he takes it the other way after the steal. Take it down the lane. Get the layup to go and a foul.
Foul's going to be against Villa. His first, team's 9.
9 turnovers now for the Spartans. 11 for the Green Devils.
Lead is 5 at 19-14. So toss is in the air by McCann, and it is good as it creeps across the iron and drops. He's got his first 3 points of the game, and it is 20-14 Greenville. Down the right side, Villa hits the trailing Lewis. Left side, Rutledge. Rutledge on the wing. Comes across court right side now to Villa. Villa dribbles into the corner, now backs out with the basketball right side, and will circle all the way to the head of the key. Villa swings it left side to Rutledge. Rutledge on the wing with the basketball, gets it in the middle to Lewis, back to Rutledge. Actually, it's knocked away and out of bounds by Story, who gets in there and knocks it away.
Good play, Story, as he drops down with a double team. Wants to get it to the inside, gets a hand on it, but cannot chase it down.
So it'll belong to Salem underneath their own basket. 35.8 seconds to go first half. 20-14 Greenville. Inbounds pass comes in left corner to Lewis. Lewis will circle out with the basketball with 30 seconds to go. Gets it out front now to Villa. Villa between the rings. Villa dribbling right, now shut off defensively by McCann. And it looks like Salem will be content to run the clock out, down 6, and try to take the last shot. This is Villa dribbling to the left off the pick by Hale. Gets it out front to Rutledge, batted away. Coming out there with it is Story. Story will go the hole. Story will lay it up and can't get it to go. I think he was going to go up to dunk it. Changed his mind and neither one of them dropped down. Left side pulling up Connor at the buzzer. No good. And that'll be the end of this first half of play. Well, that miss by Story sort of exemplifies this first half. We will take a 2-minute break by telling you the score at the half is Greenville 20, Salem 14. Yeah. Yeah, we will see how much longer Marty Schottenheimer hangs on to his job. They got to get a quarterback. I don't know what made them think. And back here at Viking Hall, it is halftime of our first round game of this 1998 Arby's Classic, as the Greenville Green Devils lead the Salem Spartans by a count of 20-14. And the game that has pretty much been about a 6-point game has been the largest lead in this contest, and that's where we are here at the half by a count of 20-14 here at halftime. Quick reminder, we've got 3 more games coming up for you this afternoon and tonight. Next one up will be Dobbins Bennett against Archbishop Carroll out of Washington, D.C., and we'll follow that up with our 7 o'clock game. The Science Hill Hilltoppers taking on Broad Street High School out of Shelby, Mississippi. And then the nightcap for this opening day of the Arby's Classic, we'll have T.W. Josie High School out of Augusta, Georgia, taking on the Daniel Boone Trailblazers. And that'll be the final game of the evening for this first day of the 1998 Classic. Quick reminder, we're back with you Monday at 2:06 for 5 games, including 4 first-round games. Then we're back here on Tuesday for what will be the busy day here, the 8 games, which will include the 4 quarterfinals. Back on Wednesday, there will be, I'm trying to look real quick, I believe there will be 5 games. No, actually there'll be, yeah, indeed, there will be, as we take a look at the schedule, there will be 5 games on Wednesday, actually 6 games on Wednesday, excuse me, and then the 5 games on Thursday on New Year's Eve, which will include the championship game and the consolation game and everything for you here at the Arby's Classic. The only place you're going to hear all the action of the 1998 Arby's Classic, and that's right here in AM 910 WJCW. Well, Greenville on top 20-14. We told you as we started this game that now we get to the games where there is some interest in the fact we're going to see local teams battling the teams from outside the area now. And if this first half is any indication, the Greenville Green Devils with I don't think either coach will tell you a good first half, but a better first half for the Greenville Green Devils. They're up 6.
Well, let's credit to defenses. Both defenses really got after it on both ends of the floor. Didn't have many good looks at it, and the ones that they did, just quite honestly, they just didn't roll in for either team. But hey, 20-14 at halftime, still anybody's game.
And a good crowd still piling in here to Viking Hall. And tell you what, when we get to those final couple of games tonight with Science Hill and Daniel Boone playing, this place ought to be rocking, as both those schools, of course, bring great crowds. Not to say nobody else does, but tell you what, this place should be rocking when we get to those final couple of games this evening here at Viking Hall. We're about ready to start the second half. It'll be Dabbs, McCann, Story, Bryce, and Champion, the 5 out there for Greenville. Salem will have the possession to start the second half, and it will be Adam Rutledge along with Hale, Villa, Brown, and Johnson, the 5 out there to start the second half. This will be Villa walking the ball into the front court to the head of the key, circling around to the left off the pick by Hale. Looks pin low to Rutledge, who posts up on the block. Instead, it'll come out high. Johnson, 15-footer, swatted away by McCann. Retrieved by Dabbs. Dabbs goes into the paint. Dabbs on the other end, little pull-up 6-footer. Good.
McCann with a big block. Dabbs, a speedy little fella that he is, chases it down. Gets a big basket to start the third quarter for the Devils.
Largest lead of the game at 8. Left wing with the basketball, Rutledge. Rutledge, here's the feed in low to Hale. Hale will twirl baseline. There defensively as Bryce kicks it back to Rutledge in the corner for 3. Good.
Finally, they get one to go down from downtown. Just what the doctor ordered.
Adam Rutledge with 7. Quickly Dabbs, left side McCann. He's shooting the 3. It's too long. Rebound knocked away and out of bounds off the hand of Hale, I do believe. It'll belong to Greenville side front court.
Coach Charlie Morgan didn't think so. He's off the bench looking at the officials, but it's are they going to say?
And what is this?
Oh, they're going to fix the net.
Oh, okay.
I thought the officials were telling Charlie to sit down.
I did too, from about 55 feet away. Inbounds pass comes into Dabbs. Dabbs left side with the basketball. Has the ball knocked away, chases it down. I'm not sure what that was. Here's Dabbs down the left side. Now gets it in the corner to Bryce. Bryce with it. Backing in. And now what do we got? A foul in low on somebody. Let's see who it's going to be.
It's going to be on both of them. Dabbs and Johnson for the Salem Spartans.
So it will be indeed each number 12. Troy Johnson gets his first. Dabbs gets his second. Team foul number 1 for each team. And which way is the possession arrow? It's on Greenville's end, so it'll belong to Greenville. Here's the inbound to Bryce. Bryce in the paint, throws it up and in.
Big power move as he takes it down the lane. Uses some big shoulder power to take that one home.
Quickly into the front court, Johnson. He'll swing it out front to Brown, head of the key, dribbles left, gets it in low to Hale, and has it go off his chest out of bounds. It'll belong to Greenville on the turnover.
Bryce, the big old boy, lowered his shoulder on the offensive end just a moment ago and just plowed his way in there.
Inbounds pass yet to be made by McCann. He'll lob it in now to Story. Back to McCann. 6:46 to go, third period. Greenville up 7. This is McCann into the front court to Dabbs. Dabbs will twirl around to the left, takes it to the wing. Penetrates and pops. 15-footer by Dabbs, no good. Rebound tapped out, coming out with it Rutledge. He'll hand the ball to Villa. Villa down the left side in the front court, bounces it to Hale. Hale underneath, he'll force it up, may have been partially blocked, no good. Brown had it for a moment, but there is Champion. He loses a handle on it. It's put up by Johnson, no good. Tapped around down low, Brown will put it up, no good. Brown underneath, Brown goes up, has it blocked by Bryce, still no whistle. 15-footer by Villa, no good. Coming out with the basketball is Story. Outlet pass to Dabbs. Dabbs tries to work it across the middle, stolen away by Villa. Outlet pass Johnson. Johnson to the hole for the layup. Good.
Finally, they get it to go. They had 4 opportunities. Charlie Morgan wanted to foul. Never did get it. Finally, they get the big turnover and a layup.
Well, you said it in the first half. They are certainly letting them play. Here's Dabbs down the right side. Dabbs goes baseline to Story. Story with the basketball, lobs in the middle to McCann, who bounces it over right side. Dabbs for 3, short. Rebound's going to be chased down, knocked away. Scrapping for it is Dabbs. Dabbs going on the floor along with Johnson and also the official, Joel Pierce. And they're going to say last touched by Salem out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, it is rugged out there to say the least, isn't it? Whoa.
Dabbs and Johnson, and now Johnson is pulled up lame. Shiflett will check into the lineup to replace Johnson, who's struggling to get to the bench.
Not only did Dabbs land on him, the official did too.
It will be McCann who will trigger the inbounds pass. Bounces it into Dabbs. 24-19 with 5:40 to go in his third quarter. Dabbs in backcourt. Dabbs circles around to the right, behind the back dribble to the head of the key. Now bounces it right wing to Story. Lobs down low to Champion. Champion under the basket will put it up and in.
Forces his way in there again. Against a double team. Still has enough power to get it up and in.
Lead is 7. Here's Shiflett driving all the way down, laying it up. No good. Rebound knocked out, saved by Shiflett in the corner. Shiflett left side, gets it out front. Brown wide open for a 16-footer. No good. Rebound scrap for it. Chasing it down's Villa. Villa for Salem. Right side of the key. Comes out front to Brown. Brown looks in low. Now comes left side Rutledge. Look at Hale and Bryce in low. And now a whistle, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Bryce.
They were really battling down there. A pair of 44s going at it. And finally they get Bryce on the foul.
His first, team second. Here into the lineup comes Berkeley Bell and Jeremy Anderson for the Green Devils. Dabbs will check out, as will McCann.
I'll see some NBA games and not this rough.
26-19 Greenville with 5 minutes plus to go, third quarter. Villa to trigger it in. Throws it away. Intercepted and stolen. Bell comes out there with it. Bell down the right side. That has Charlie Morgan heading to the bench. Here's Bell kicking it left side to Anderson for the layup. Good.
Bell makes it look easy as he takes it down the right side behind that back pass for the layup.
28-19. Right side Villa hits the trailing Brown head of the key. Comes left side to Rutledge. Rutledge with the basketball. There's Bryce and Hale at it again. Here down the left side comes Rutledge to the baseline, gets underneath, throws it back out to Brown. Brown across court, right side Shiflett. The shot is in the air, left short. Rebound scrap for. Shiflett has to go off his foot almost into the backcourt. Saved by Shiflett. Shiflett bounces it down low. Brown shovels it over to Rutledge, loses it, saves Shiflett. Shiflett left side for 3. It won't go. Rebound pulled out by Anderson for Greenville, who hands the ball to Bell.
Had 4 opportunities that trip down the floor. Came up empty.
Right now, Salem can't throw it in the ocean. Here's a lob down to Bryce, knocked away and out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Greenville. It belonged to Salem in rear court. Here comes Haley into the lineup and Rockford into the lineup. Check that, Lewis into the lineup, not Rockford, but Haley and Haley and Lewis coming in for the Spartans.
You go get Rockford in there where he's in there or not.
Put him in, coach. So it'll be Shiflett who will bring the ball into the front court. Down 9 with 4:09 to go, third quarter. Shiflett circles to the right, gets it between the rings to Lewis. Left side, Rutledge alone for 3. Yes!
Oh, he had good rotation on that one. Followed it right into the basket. Nothing but the bottom of the sack.
And here we are having to stop play again to get that net out of the rim. He now has 10 and a pair of 3s in his third quarter. The lead is 6 at 28-22. In backcourt, Bell has the ball knocked away, whistle, and a foul.
Going to get Haley, I believe. He knocks it loose, chases it down, but also gets part of Bell, I do believe.
Haley picks up his first, team foul number 2. Inbounds pass to be triggered by Justin Woolsey, who's in there, and does so to Bryce. Bryce left side with the basketball. Comes out front now to Woolsey with 3:45 to go, third period. Right side, Anderson on the wing. Anderson takes it right to left, picks up his dribble, looks right, bounces it left side. Woolsey down low on the block to Story. He'll force up the 10-footer, no good. Then as Lewis comes down with the rebound, he loses the handle on it, out of bounds.
Had a great position on the inside, just couldn't put the clamps on it.
So it will belong to Greenville underneath their own basket. The triggered in will be Bell. Yet to get it in, now lobs it in to Anderson, who backs out with the basketball. Anderson will take it out to between the rings, now bounces it right side. With it, this is Story driving baseline, throws it back in the middle, intercepted. It's saved underneath by Bell, who will force it up, no good. And coming out with the rebound will be Lewis for Salem. The ball was knocked away on the pass. Somehow Bell came up with it, couldn't get it to go down, and Lewis comes out with the rebound. Shiflett, right side of the key, works it to Lewis, left wing to Rutledge. Rutledge has Story in his face, lobs it over to Shiflett right side. This is Shiflett penetrating, getting tripped up, loses the handle on it, saved by Rutledge. Rutledge goes underneath, scoops it up, no good, but he was fouled as he went.
Yes. On the deck. Spartans pick it up, get a little garbage off that deck, take it along the baseline. Cannot get the roll again, but he gets shoved from behind.
Fouls on Anderson. That's going to be Anderson's first, team's third, and to the stripe to shoot Adam Rutledge a pair. 3:02 to go, third period. Toss by Rutledge, no good. He will get another. As here comes Champion back into the lineup for Greenville to replace Bryce. Dabbs, also McCann checking in for Greenville to replace Berkeley, Bell, and Story. So Rutledge will try another one. Toss is up, toss is good. Rutledge hits 1 of 2. The lead is down to 5 at 28-23. It's been as many as 9. This is Woolsey in backcourt. Woolsey somehow splits the defenders and gets the ball into the front court to Anderson. Back to Woolsey, left side Dabbs. Thought about the three, goes baseline instead to Champion. Champion penetrates, lobs it back out to Woolsey, loses the handle on it. They scrap on the floor after it, and a jump ball. Whistle, and the possession area belongs to Greenville.
Get it in the paint area. You put it on the deck, somebody's going to get a hand in there, reach, grab it, knock it loose, and they do just that.
So it'll be Greenville basketball. Here's the lob in to Woolsey. Woolsey comes right side with it, driving. This is McCann, hands it back to Woolsey at the head of the key. Woolsey backing all the way between the rings with it, now bounces it left side on the wing to Champion. He'll work it out front, McCann. McCann, double clutch 14-footer, no good. Scrapping for the rebound, nobody has it as of yet. Finally, it is going to be bounced off of Manuel Lewis's head out of bounds. It'll remain Greenville basketball.
It's just hot. Nobody can put the clamps on it. Nobody can bring it in. And it goes out of bounds.
And Salem having a terrible time trying to come up with a rebound. Here's Dabbs out front, knocked away momentarily by Shiflett, saved by Dabbs. He'll work it over left side McCann. Baseline now to Anderson. 2:20 to go in the period. Gets it down low, twirling. This is Champion, 12-footer off the block, no good. Coming out there with the rebound will be Haley for Salem. Outlet pass Shiflett. Shiflett down the left side. Shiflett to the hole, lay it up and in.
Oh, he shifted into high gear as he flies right on by.
Cuts the lead to 3 at 28-25, and then Greenville does not get the ball in the allotted 5 seconds. It'll belong to Salem underneath their own basket.
3-point game. 4 turnover now for the Green Devils here in the second half. They have 15 for the game.
It's a 6-point run right now by Salem to trim the lead to 3, and Shiflett will trigger it in, gets it in low to Rutledge. He'll put it up and in. He was fouled.
Oh, great move, Rutledge, as he's moving well without the basketball. Finds the open area along the baseline. He'll take it to the house and a foul.
Foul will be called on Champion, his second, team's fourth, and a chance for Adam Rutledge to tie this game. It was 28-19 a few moments ago. Now 28-27 and a chance to tie. Rutledge now with 9 in the period, 13 in the game. And with 2:01 to go third quarter, he'll eye the mark and he'll pull the trigger. The shot by Rutledge, yes. We are knotted up at 28. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is Dabbs breaking the press, pulling up for a 15-footer. That's no good. Rebound tapped around, out of bounds. Last touched by Salem, as there was about 3 maroon jerseys around Braun Dabbs, scrapping after that basketball, and had to go off one of the maroon jerseys, because Dabbs just can't get up that high. Here's a feed into Woolsey. He'll force it up and in.
Ah, great move, Woolsey, as he comes down the lane, flashes open, take it all the way home for the Green Devils.
Johnson right side tries to hit the trailer, who's Lewis, who is able to save it out front. Lewis in the paint, forces up a 13-footer, no good, but tipped up by Rutledge, no good. Followed up and in, though, by Haley.
Haley with a big play for the Spartans.
And now here's Haley with the steal on the inbound, trying to bounce it across court to Johnson, and goes out of bounds. Haley got the inbounds pass, got up in the air, and was trying to skip it across the floor in the bounce pass and threw it out of bounds. It'll remain Greenville basketball. 91 seconds to go, third quarter. And now another 5-second violation called against Greenville.
Great pressure by the Spartans from Salem, Virginia.
And timeout will be called by Greenville. 1:31 to go in this third period. Let's see. It's going to be a full timeout. 60-second break. 1:31 to go, third quarter. We're tied at 30.
Yeah, they picked it up a little bit. Mike Poe down there talking golf. Giving a lesson. Wonder how much he's charging for that.
Back here at Viking Hall, 91 seconds to go, third quarter. It is 30-30. And it will be Villa who triggers the inbounds pass to Adam Rutledge. Salem with the basketball, trying to grab their first lead in a long time. Here's Rutledge putting up the runner in the paint, no good. Pulled down by Haley. He'll put it back up, no good. Coming down with it will be Scott Story for Greenville, who gets it out to Dabbs. Dabbs down the right side, now right to left as he crosses the time stripe. Bounces it right side. Woolsey to the hole, laid up, no good. Tipped up, no good. And coming out with the rebound will be Lewis for Salem. He gets the ball to Villa. Check that, Johnson. Johnson, left side, Rutledge, lobs it over. Going to the hole for the layup. Is Haley.
Oh, he's walking on the rim. That goes to the house with it and gets the foul.
Haley gets the feed and gets it to go down. The foul's going to be assessed against Story. That'll be his first, team's fifth. But it was Johnson who brought it down the left side, found Haley. Well, did the bucket not go in?
Yeah, bucket went in.
The bucket had to count. They're saying a two-shot foul. The bucket did go in. Yeah, okay, now they're giving the bucket. It'll be a one-shot foul for Haley. Haley was up high and got it to go down. Toss up by Haley is good. And right now it is a 14-2 run by Salem to grab a 3-point lead.
Haley takes a seat, but I don't think he's going to be out very long. He's really been a monster on the boards.
Inbounds pass, Story gets it to Dabbs. Dabbs down the right side with a minute to go. Dabbs puts it up, no good, but he was fouled. It's going to be, I believe, on Villa.
Villa indeed tried to come up with a steal. Reaches in there, gets more of Dabbs than he does the ball.
Villa's second, team's third. Two-shot opportunity coming up for Bron Dabbs. So Dabbs will step to the stripe to try to stop the bleeding a little bit here. It's 33-30. 14-2 run by Salem. Toss is up. Toss is no good by Dabbs. He'll get another. Toss up. Toss by Dabbs. No good. He missed them both. Coming out with the rebound will be Travis Hale. Hale for Salem hands the ball back to Villa down the right side into the front court. 50 seconds to go in the period. 33-30 Salem. This is Johnson coming left side to Hale on the wing. Hale works it back out to the center jump circle to Johnson, who now in turn hands it to Villa. He'll swing it around right side on the wing to Rutledge. Rutledge into the cutter. That's Johnson laid up and in.
Great cut, Johnson, without the basketball. Takes it down the lane. Rutledge with a nifty pass across into that paint area for the easy basket.
Salem's largest lead now at 5. Here's Bell. Bell double teamed, has the ball knocked away, whistle, and we got a foul called, I believe, on Johnson reaching in from behind.
And he knew it. He just reaches back and turns the other way and heads off to the top of the key, but he did get the foul.
Johnson's second, team's fourth. Here comes Reggie Brown into the lineup for the Spartans to replace Manuel Lewis. Inbounds pass by Bill, yet to be made. Yet to be made. Now we'll lob it out deep to Story. Story at the center jump circle with 20 seconds to go in the period. Has the ball knocked away and stolen. Coming out there with the basketball is Villa. Villa goes down, lays it up. Counted it, he was fouled.
He roars, soars, and scores after the steal.
Villa got the steal, took it down, and we had to wait as it hung on the rim, but they're going to assess the foul. It's going to be on Bell, and that'll be his second, team foul number 6.
6 turnovers now in the second half for the Green Devils, 17 for the game.
So Villa with a chance to open up the lead to 8. Toss is in the air. The toss is no good. Bryce comes down with the rebound. Bryce gets the ball to Bell. Bell down the left side. Bell pulls up, and now we'll lob it back to Woolsey with 8 seconds. 7, 6. This is Bell in the corner. 5 seconds. Woolsey with 4. Woolsey head of the key. Comes right side Dabbs. Dabbs will throw up a 3 at the buzzer. That is no good, and that'll be the end of this third period of play. 60-second break, but telling you the score after 3 is Salem 37, Greenville 30. 60-second break here.
Did you miss it a minute ago?
Yeah.
While we were sitting here chomping and eating.
I
Did you miss one, James?
We're going to have to watch what we say.
We were just sitting here talking about Mike Poe doing a golf clinic.
Let's see. What is that?
Now you're okay, James. You have them 3 of 5 in the second half from the stripe.
Who?
Salem.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey! How are you? Who's your buddy? Shucks, no, we just started. You going down?
What y'all say?
Well.
And we're back here at Viking Hall as we start this fourth and final period. And 37-30, Salem in front. They outscored Greenville in that period 23-10, and in the latter stages outscored the Green Devils 18-2 to open up the 7-point lead.
Well, they did it with some great defense, knocking a few loose. Especially they did it with rebounding on the offensive end. They just did a number.
So it'll be Salem to have the basketball to start the fourth period. And it'll come into Villa in backcourt. This is Villa at the head of the key, going right side to Johnson, looking low to a posting up Hale. Instead comes out high to Brown. He'll swing it left side to Villa. He's fronted by McCann. This is Villa on the left wing, gets it out front. Johnson head of the key, right side to Rutledge. Rutledge, that being Adam Rutledge, gets it out front now to Villa. Villa comes left side to Johnson. Johnson looks in, there's Rutledge. Gets the feed, drives, puts it up from in front, no good. Rebound pulled out Hale, ball knocked away. They're going to call the foul, I believe, on McCann, coming across the arms of Hale.
Hale with a great rebounding position on the weak side. Had the inside position. They climb across the top as he starts to take it home, and they're going to call a foul. I guess it should be 2, but I think they're going to say 1-1.
McCann will pick up his third. It is the team's 7th, and it will be a 1-1. Travis Hale to the stripe. Toss is in the air by Hale, and it is good. He will get another. And now we have to take a moment to do the net again. And now it is a 19-2 run by Salem. Toss up, toss good. And it's a 9-point lead now. Both teams have had the 9-point lead at one time or another in this game now. 7.5 to go in this basketball contest.
That's an 18-point turnaround no matter how you slice it, isn't it?
20-2 run. This is Dabbs going right wing to McCann. McCann dogged there by Rutledge, takes him to the left, now bounces it left side to Story, who gets it on the wing to Anderson. Anderson with the basketball, bounces in the middle of McCann. McCann will work it across right side. Bryce has the ball knocked away and stolen. Coming out there with it is Brown. Brown for Salem. Brown gets underneath, will put it up over Story, no good. Rebound knocked out there. Story coming out with the basketball. Lead pass to McCann. McCann going to the hole. He will lay it up and in.
He just goes back door, stays down around the mid-court stripe. They make a long, long pass after the miss by the Spartans, and the Green Devils get an easy one.
Stops the bleeding, if you will, for Greenville. 39-32. The basketball coming left side. This is Hale on the wing. Looking into Brown, comes out high instead to Rutledge. Rutledge will hand the ball now to Villa. Villa stands out near the center jump circle. 39-32 Salem. Right side with the basketball, Brown. Out front, Hale. Left side now to Villa. Villa with the basketball. Gets it out front, head of the key to Johnson. He'll swing it right side to Rutledge. Rutledge penetrates. Rutledge drives, scoops it up, no good. Rebound pulled out in low by Anderson for the Green Devils. He'll work the ball to Dabbs. Dabbs into the front court. Dabbs head of the key. Dabbs right. Dabbs goes baseline. McCann. He'll drive. He'll kick it back to Dabbs. Dabbs at 5'6" in no man's land. However, it's off his hand and retrieved by Bryce, who lays it up and in.
Bryce gets a little garbage off the deck, and he'll take it to the bank for the Green Devils.
39-34 with 6 minutes to go in the contest. Into the front court, Villa comes left side to Brown. Brown with the basketball, throws it out front to Hale. He'll swing it right side to Villa. Villa on the wing. Anderson and Brown going at it down low. Here ahead of the key is Rutledge. He'll come left side to Johnson. Johnson taking it left to right, drives in the paint, forces it up, no good. Rebound pulled down Brown. Brown dishes it down low to Hale. Hale will reverse it underneath. Good, and he was fouled.
One thing that this team will do from Salem, Virginia, they'll crash that glass. They'll get in there and put a body on you. They'll go after those loose balls. They'll claim a few of them. This time they claim a big one. They'll take it off the glass and a foul.
Bryce's second, team foul number 8, and here's Hale with a chance to convert a big three-point play. Toss is in the air. Toss is good. Hale now with 7-5 in the period, and it's an 8-point game again at 42-34. Into the front court, Dabbs. Dabbs shuffling. Dabbs will dribble to the left, gets it to McCann on the baseline. McCann will drive. McCann will lay it up and in.
As he takes it all the way down the lane, Hale roars, soar, and score for the Green Devils.
42-36 with 5:20 to go in the contest. Out front, he'll swing it left side now to Rutledge. Here's a feed to Brown in the middle, knocked away. Dabbs had it for a moment, then lost it to Hale. Hale shoves Dabbs. Dabbs still comes up with the basketball to Story. Story in the middle, down low to Anderson for the layup. Blew it. Rebound tapped around. Anderson will chase it down in the corner, but it's taken away by Brown. He'll get the ball to Villa. Long lead pass to Johnson. He'll lay it up and in.
He just stays on the offensive end, kind of snowbirds, if you will, all by himself. A long pass. He's wide open. If he catches it, he's got himself a layup. He caught it.
44-36, 8-point game again. Here's Anderson down low. He'll lay it up. Missed that one. They scrap for the rebound. Coming out there with the basketball will be Villa. Long lead pass to Hale. Intercepted and stolen Dabbs. Dabbs then is fouled by Hale.
Dabbs with a great play. Just comes from out of nowhere to claim a big steal, take it the other way, and then the foul.
So he'll belong to Greenville, side rear court with 4:39 to go in the game. Here comes Champion. Here comes Bell into the lineup for Greenville. Shiflett will check in now for Salem. 44-36 Salem with 4:39 to go in the game. Trigger the inbounds. And now a timeout is going to be called by Greenville. 4:39 to go in the basketball game. Let's see if this is going to be a full or a 20. I think it's going to be a 20. No, it's a full. We'll take a 60-second break. 4:39 to go in the game. 60-second timeout. It's Salem 44, Greenville 36.
Just make up their mind, right?
Well, no kidding.
This is not the best chord we've got.
Well,
You have to help us out now, James.
We'll just have to rely on you now. I don't know. What's the score of the football game? Gotcha. Gotcha. .436 to go in this one. Greenville has the basketball down 8, and with it will be Berkeley Bell. He'll circle around to the right, get it on the wing to McCann. This is McCann down low to Bryce. He'll twirl, he'll put it up. He won't get it to go. They scrap for it. Bryce comes down with it. Bryce will go up strong, can't get it to go a second time. And finally, Shiflett has to chase it down. Shiflett with the basketball, gets the ball back to Villa, and Villa will bring the ball into the front court. Villa comes right side to Shiflett on the wing. He'll circle around right to left, takes it all the way to the paint, kicks it left side to Villa, down along the baseline to Rutledge, and Rutledge will back out with the basketball. And now Salem seems to be content to spread it just a little bit with 4 minutes to go in the game. Right side Shiflett, throws it on the wing, saved there Lewis. Lewis will drive. Lewis goes baseline, lays it up, no good. Followed though by Brown, good.
So their offensive rebound is again, they crash that offensive glass.
And now the largest lead of the game at 10 at 46-36. And now here's a ball knocked away from Bell by Shiflett. It's 4-on-1. Shiflett right side, Brown to the hole, laid up, no good. Rebound pulled down Villa. Villa will go up from underneath. Good.
Another offensive rebound, but Shiflett makes a play with a pick-your-pocket defensive play as the Greenville Green Devils cannot get it in the front court.
And now here's a pass inbounds off the hands of McCann out of bounds, and it will belong to Salem side court. And we've got a 20-second timeout called by Salem with 3.5 minutes to go in the game. 48-36 in favor of Salem. This has been now a 29-8 run by Salem to get this lead to 12. They've gone from 9 down to 12 up. And so Salem might be on the verge of moving into the quarterfinals of the Arby's Classic, awaiting the winner of our next game between Dobbins-Bennett and Archbishop Carroll out of Washington, D.C. So it'll belong to Salem side court. Triggered in will be Adam Rutledge. He'll get it in to Shiflett. Shiflett down in the middle. It comes to Lewis. Lewis across court to Brown. Brown goes up from underneath, has it blocked from behind by a Green Devil, and that is Jason Lanier who's in there. Brown saves it, kicks it back out. Rutledge head to the key to Villa. They're going to be content to eat up some of the clock. Right side Shiflett. He'll drive to the hole. He'll lay it up. Offensive charge, Shiflett.
Stepping up there, planting those feet, taking a punishment, and getting a call is Jason Champion for the Green Devils.
Not what Charlie Morgan wanted to see. So it'll belong to Greenville in backcourt with 3:14 to go. Inbounds pass knocked away by Shiflett and stolen by Shiflett. Greenville cannot get the ball into the front court. Shiflett with the basketball, hands the ball over to Rutledge. He'll go left wing to Lewis. Lewis with the basketball, guarded by Bryce. Double team now, bounces it out to Rutledge, has the ball knocked away and stolen. Dabbs comes out there with it, Dabbs to the hole, dishes it back to the trailing Story, thrown away.
Oh.
Coming out there with it is Rutledge, and let's make sure that Story is okay as he went up. Here is Rutledge in the front court. Story now getting to his feet. And now Villa with the basketball, and we are going to have an official's timeout as Story's having a hard time getting to the bench.
What he did was he went in there and went up around the rim, grabbed the rim, and just his feet went on, and he just hits a deck flat out on his back. And I'm telling you, he didn't get up for a while.
He got up, started to walk off the court, and now has fallen back down and is lying on the floor. It is 48-36 Salem by a dozen with 2:44 to go in the basketball game. Dabbs with the steal, looked like he was going to go up, and then it looked like it might be a little alley-oop lob to Story. Story went up and grabbed the rim and took a tumble. And they're looking at his left leg. Actually, they're looking at his left ankle. So it appears Salem up 12 with 2:44 to go. The Greenville Green Devils will have to make a push if they're going to get back in this thing and try to pull it out.
They're treating it like a cramp.
They are. They're sort of stretching his...
If that's all it is, he's a lucky fella, because when he grabbed that rim, his feet just kept on flying. He turned loose to the rim. He just hits a deck flat out on his back.
But the good news is he is sitting up. He is coherent. And it would appear about all they're really looking to check on is a cramp. And now he's going to be helped to his feet.
No mercy from some people. Just heard somebody in the stands holler, drag him off, coach. No mercy for some people, right?
And now he's going to go to the bench.
Oh, goodness. He's all right, though, guys.
He is okay. Salem will get the ball side front court with 2:44 to go in the game. Rutledge will trigger it in. Inbounds pass comes into Villa. Villa with the basketball. Andre Villa circling around to the right. Now comes back to the left and gets the ball to Rutledge. Rutledge works it back to Villa with 2:35 to go. Has the ball knocked away, scrap for it. It's going to be chased down, lost out of bounds. Last touched by, they say, Salem. It'll belong to Greenville side front court.
And a good call by the officials. Joel Pierce right there on the play. It did go off Salem out of bounds.
Lanier will trigger the inbounds pass side front court. Yet to get it in. Now we'll throw it in the back court to Woolsey. Woolsey left, dribbling right, gets it on the wing now to Bryce. Bryce with the basketball goes baseline, twirls left, forces it up, may have been partially blocked. Villa out of there with the rebound, long lead pass left side. Rutledge to the hole. Rutledge will lay it up, no good, but he was fouled by Dabbs.
Dabbs says, you're not going to get an easy one. I'm going to get back down here. I'm going to foul you. You're going to have to make the free ones. Not going to give you the easy layup.
Dabbs picks up his third, team foul number 9. And at the stripe to shoot will be Adam Rutledge, who has 14 in this contest. And the crowd still filing in. Toss is up, toss is good. For Rutledge, he'll get another. Into the lineup comes Johnson for Salem to replace Shiflett. And also coming in will be Haley replacing Brown. So with 2:17 to go, it would appear that Salem is headed to the quarterfinals. Toss is in the air and good by Rutledge. He hits them both. He now has 16. As into the lineup for the Green Devils comes Andy Barnett. And it's players we don't have a list for. What can one say? In backcourt with the basketball will be Lanier. We do have him on the roster. Left side champion has the ball knocked away, scrap for, whistle, and a travel. It's going to be called on champion.
And that's 12 turnovers in the second half, 23 for the game for the Green Devils.
We have two mystery players in there right now, number 23 and number 50. Left side with the basketball, this is Rutledge. So even the announcer for the Greenville games didn't have him. Out high with the basketball.
The official scorekeeper has him.
Well, you would think so. Here with the basketball will be Rutledge. He'll just run a shuffle out front with the basketball. Villa is dogged there, double team. Now works the ball back at the center jump circle. Circling around to the right will be Johnson. Hands it to Rutledge. Rutledge bounces it left side to Villa with 1:34 to go in the game. 50-36 Salem. They've come from 9 down to win this one pulling away. This is Johnson. Hands the ball to Villa. Villa circling around left to right. In turn, gives it to Rutledge at the center jump circle. He'll drive to the left and gets fouled on the reach in by Lanier.
Greenville trying to come up with a steal. Finally, after a lot of seconds, tick off the clock. So if we can't come up with a steal, we got to put you at the stripe, and hopefully you'll miss. Give us opportunities on the other end.
So it'll be Rutledge at the stripe to shoot 2. That was the 10th team foul. With 1:19 to go. As a toss by Adam Rutledge is in the air, and the toss is good. He'll get another. And the second one in the air by Rutledge is good. He hits them both. He now has 18 and now 6 of 7 from the free throw line. In the backcourt with the basketball, this is Barnett. Dribbling left, twirling to the right, still with the basketball. With 1:10 to go, and now he's going to be called for a travel. Picked up his dribble and didn't know quite what he was going to do with the basketball, and is going to be called for the turnover.
Well, Johnson steps in the passing lanes. If he fires it, he's going to throw it to Johnson. So great defensive pressure and anticipation by Johnson for the Spartans.
So bringing the ball into the front court to be Villa with 65 seconds to go in the game. He'll circle to the left, back out with the basketball. Still dogged there. Now works the ball to Lewis. Lewis bounces it over to Villa. He'll come left wing to Rutledge, back to Villa with 55 seconds to go. Hands the ball now to Johnson. Johnson dribbling to the left. Now hands the ball back to Rutledge. Rutledge gets the pick from Lewis, takes it left to right. Circles all the way around and hands it now to Villa with 40 seconds to go. Villa will go right side now to Rutledge. Greenville will drop to 5-3 on the year, while Salem will go to 5-1 on the season. They'll hand the ball out to center jump circle now to Villa with a half minute to go. He'll come left side to Rutledge. Rutledge with the basketball. Rutledge puts it on the floor, drives down low, kicks it back into the middle, knocked away, scrap force saved by Villa, who keeps it alive to Johnson. Johnson will back out with the basketball. Greenville will have scored only 36 points in this basketball game. Circling around to the right, Rutledge hands the ball to Villa. Villa in turn hands the ball to Johnson with 10 seconds to go. 52-36, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. This is Rutledge down low underneath. Lewis has the ball off his leg out of bounds. They're going to say no, it was last touched by Greenville, so it'll remain Salem basketball with 1.9 seconds to go in the game.
Greenville with only 16 points in the second half.
Here's Rutledge in the corner for 3 at the buzzer. Good. Let's see, is it a 2 or a 3? Evidently, it's just a 2. Rutledge gets it to go down. And the final score, well, let's see what the final score they'll put up on the scoreboard.
Well, they didn't put it up there.
55, so it is a 3. So it was a 3. 55-36, the final score. We'll take a 2-minute break, back right after you listen to this. 2 minutes. Who was 23 and 50 for Greenville? Well, even Bobby Rader didn't have him. 3 here. 1 to 3, 5, 7. It's 21. 0, 2, 7, 7, 0, 18, 20.
Somebody send you a message?
Yeah.